Good afternoon. It is April the 10th, 2018. Time to wrap up today's trading and take a look at tonight and tomorrow morning. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trade's not been executed, the results may be under overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is like to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, when I left the Emini here at 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern, right in there, I said I thought the Emini would make new contract highs for the day. It was still going to trade up and trade higher, and then right there, the market did. How do you take advantage of that particular trade? Well, you can have limit buys right here. It's the mode, mean green trade, or you can wait for this. Take the trade there along at 55. We've traded up to 65. There's your plus 5. And working on your second position right here. So the important thing is that we do know of what we speak. We do make great calls, and you can take advantage of that. You can work on it. So we thought that the market would make new highs. Why? So P and volume was well above time. So that should at least give us a retest of that high right there. L period comes all the way back, stops just above that J period low. Starts up in L, continued up in M, and we made a new high right there. So again, that should give you confidence that you can take these trades and see what happens. Higher low, higher high. Find a place to buy it according to F1 methodology. Definitely working with a P here. Find a place for buy it, so we're in agreement. So stops above 72. 75. Right now we're trading up, so we'll make getting started for right now 69 to 74, sell 1. 79 to 84, sell 2. On the buy side, 51, 56, buy 1. May have to pay up to get in long. This 61, we'll put a question mark at 61. And then 41 to 46, buy 2. We have news tomorrow. CPI unchanged. Core CPI up 0.2. Atlanta business Fed inflation probably 2%. Don't have a forecast for that. Tonight we have the APIs. And tomorrow we have the EIA crude inventory numbers. And FOMC minutes. So core CPI, FOMC minutes, and whatever news comes out of China and the U.S. on trade wars, and whatever news comes out of the Department of Justice, Mueller, the FBI on Trump, going back and forth. And Trump canceled his trip to South America, which was an important trip for him to oversee the response to Syria gassing its citizens, if they did it. That's a tough one to call. Why is it in Syria's best interest to have the United States in Syria fighting Assad factions and fighting ISIS? I mean, I don't know. That does, on paper, that doesn't make sense to me. What does make sense to me is that groups fighting Assad would create a false gas attack on their own people, so the United States would attack Assad and stay in Syria. So we'll have to see what happens on that. I mean, on paper, it doesn't make sense to me. Not that it has to make sense to me for it to actually happen, but Occam's razor, usually the simplest explanation is the best one. I kind of come from that school of thought. And what's going on in Syria right now does not make sense to me. Okay, tomorrow is the 10-year auction. Usually the intermediate term auction is the weak one, so we've got a lower high and a lower low on the note. Find a place to sell it. F2, definitely a B right here. Volume and time happen to be matched, so like the idea of being short. 27.31, sell 1. 3 to 7, sell 2. Think we can trade lower, so 17 to 21, buy 1. 9 to 13, buy 2. Looking at the 30-year. $28 to the buck, number 1. 3 to 7, sell 1. 11 to 15, sell 2. On the buy side, 20 to 24, number 1. 13 to 17, buy 1. 5 to 9, buy 2. Looking at gold. Gold was kind of interesting today. Never would sell. There might be something going on in gold that has not come out, but we're seeing some pretty good buying in the face of news that would normally take us down. So F1 on gold, higher low, higher high, find a place to buy it. And we're still trading higher here, so 44.46, sell 1. 49.51, sell 2. We get through 55, 56 up here, next stop 75. Then the buck. On the buy side, last rotate down was 42, so 40.42, buy 1. 35.37, buy 2. And looking at crude oil, we have the APIs tonight. Strong market. Crude tends to pause after we've had these great big days. You can see that H is inside, so we might have ourselves a pause day. Be looking at the news overnight. A strong market. Multiple distributions higher. So stops above 66. 66, 66 and a quarter, sell 1. 66.50, 66.75, sell 2. On the buy side, 65.50, 65 and a quarter, buy 1. Got to pick up this area right in here. And then 65 even, 64.75, buy 2. Okay, APIs are positive tonight, can take us up. EIAs tomorrow, we'll see how those play, what the estimates are. And the euro was really strong today. Nowotny made a statement saying that the, and I'm not sure who Nowotny is. I didn't delve deeper into it than that. Said the European Central Bank should raise interest rates by 20 basis points. So strong market, didn't take out 24.50. So higher low, higher high, find a place to buy it. And looking at our F2 screen, strong did not get past the comments right here, so 30 to 40, sell 1, 65.75, sell 2. On the buy side, 124 even, buy 1, 23.75, buy 2. And that'll do it for April the 10th, 2018. I will see you all bright and early in the morning. We're supposed to be 80 by Friday and then in the low 40s come Saturday. So the big snowstorm that'll be moving across the upper Midwest at the end of the week will get the back door like we did this past week and bring some more cold weather down south. Hopefully it'll bring some moisture too. You all have a great evening. I am out of here.